Hey, what are your plans for next weekend?
Next weekend, well, Saturday I'm kind of busy. I've got some things to do. And then on Sunday, I'll be going to Malayalam Palee, so I'll be there pretty much all day. I don't think I'm free at all.
What about you, Brother Syro? Brother Syro?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, if it's Malayalam Palee, if the church is in Tamil Nadu and they celebrate Qurbana in Tamil, is it still going to be called Malayalam Palee?
Does it really matter?
Okay, let's not talk about this then. Ooh, you're never gonna guess who showed up to Indian church last week.
In Indian church? If the church is in America and no Indian people show up, is it still going to be called Indian church?
Brother Syro, you're doing it again.
Doing what?
You know what? Let's just leave. I think Mass is about to start anyway.
It's Qurbana.
Why do we even hang out with this guy?
My dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, my name is Brother Syro, and today we're going to be talking about the proper way to describe our church. Let's begin by stating some of the variations I heard of the same problem describing our church and the nearby churches. Number 1, Malayalam Palee. Number 2, Indian church. Number 3, English Palee. Number 4, white church. And number 5, American church. These are the most inaccurate, unacceptable, downright I've ever heard in my entire life.
He isn't even swearing.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there, but they're all still wrong. There's actually a proper way to describe the different Catholic churches. The so-called Malayalam Palee, it's properly known as the Syro Malabar Church, and the so-called English Palee or white churches, the better name for those would be the Roman Catholic churches or the Latin Rite churches. There are many reasons why we should use Syro Malabar Church to describe our church instead of all the other variations that are commonly used. I'm going to knock out all of these variations. First, the Syro Malabar Church in the United States has its very own diocese and its own bishops that participate in the USCCB, the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. This means that our church in fact is an American church because of our connection to all the other Catholic churches in America. Malayalam Palee is a poor way to describe the Syro Malabar Church because the Syro Malabar Church extends further than the Malayali community and the state of Kerala. There are churches all over the world in India, the United States, Canada, Australia, and UK. Even the Qurbana is celebrated in other languages besides Malayalam, such as English, Hindi, and Tamil. Even before it was in Malayalam, the Qurbana was celebrated only in Syriac. Furthermore, there are other churches that are predominantly Malayali, such as the Syro Malankara Church or Jacobites. Wouldn't they be Malayalam Palees too? By just calling it Malayalam Palee, we are not capturing the entirety of the Syro Malabar faithful. Calling it Indian Church is also wrong because it limits the Syro Malabar Church and the extent to which it has spread across the whole world, and is and should be a church for all people to experience the love of God. A common name is required for our church, and referring to it as the Syro Malabar Church is the best way to capture all the people that make up its body. The Latin Rite churches are sometimes called English Palee, and this is a deficient way to describe those churches, and by extension affects the way we describe the Syro Malabar Church. The Qurbana is celebrated in English in the Syro Malabar Church, so wouldn't they be called English Palees too? And calling those churches white churches limits the Latin Rite because, quite frankly, there are more than just white people that go to Latin Rite churches. I know for a fact that some of you Syroans go to Latin Rite masses on Sundays when there's no CCD. Even I'm guilty of this, and I'm Brother Syro for crying out loud. The argument I made in the video, Mass versus Qurbana, which, if you haven't seen by the way, I'm posting a link in the description below, is the same one I'm making here. It's better to use Syro Malabar Church instead of the other names misassociated with our church. The language we use does impact the way we see our church, and we need to make sure that our church is more than just some cultural community, but a church that strives to bring all people to the mysteries that are being celebrated here. So, the Syro Malabar Church is the officially recognized name for this particular rite, and I want to encourage all of you to refer to our church and all the other different churches in their particular rites by its proper name.
Hey, Brother Syro. How you doing? Are you going to Mass today? You know, at the Malayalam Palee?
I'm just kidding, I'm still alive and well and ready to make more videos, but for now, Brother Syro, signing out.